Hello, I'm Jeff Tennant. Trading is closed on March 26, 2015. We had a few calls yesterday. There was a page 120 buy signal. As I said, the signal indicates we should have a rally of 8 to 10 points at least at some point during the day, but the signal does not say from where the rally begins and doesn't guarantee that we will close up. Well, the signal was satisfied. The prediction was satisfied early. This is a 9.61 handle rally. That's 11.31. These are all straight line moves. And 11.58. 8 to 10 isn't a stop and reverse necessarily, although it gives a reasonably good estimate of what you can expect on the rally. This was the 2065.40 target from March 18th. Note how there was resistance over that price, even though the target had already been satisfied. During the day, right at the day's low, mejt said ultimately higher prices would print, which they did. In the afternoon, it said ultimately higher and lower prices would print. We got the higher prices immediately. There was a good rally, but mejt said early on it was a false move and it targeted a return to this price. There was also another mejt pattern which targeted a return to this price, and all those prices have already printed. Usually there is support under a mejt target. The more times the support is tested, the less likely it is to hold. So we tested support at this upper target quite a lot. We broke through in the insignificant last 5 minutes of trading, got just about the minimum we needed to satisfy the target, and then have rallied modestly in after hours trading. We don't have to go any lower than this, but it's extremely unusual for ultimate signals to get just the minimum required. It also is not good that support has been tested so many times. And it's not good that we have rallied modestly in after hours trading, which shows that the public thinks we're going higher. This is a daily chart. We didn't get a gap under this trend line, but this is still a very significant break. We connect these 2 points for the TD line. This is the first test of the line. It has certain criteria that were not met as we rallied. We've now broken through it. Those criteria no longer apply. So DeMark's system does not call this either valid or invalid as a break. Without anything calling it an invalid break, I think it's a valid break unless it's immediately reversed. Let's observe this is a TDST line in blue right here for support. It's also a Fibonacci line of the rally from October until February. So we stopped at a support level, but have stayed under this resistance level. We also, for 2 days in a row, have closed under all these prior highs. I said it was questionable if we were going to get this 2068.40 price, but for the reasons I'll discuss, if we don't gap up over this high tomorrow, we're in big trouble. If we were to gap over this high and hit this price, I would still consider that satisfying the target. We have problems though. Today's high is a Fibonacci retracement of the February rally. Usually when you go through this 61.8% retracement line in a straight line, you don't have to wait too long to get to 38.2%, which is just under 2034 cash. We do have a sequential buy signal from Tom DeMark on the 30-minute chart, but the signals on the 15-minute chart have not worked. And usually when they don't work on the smaller time frames, they won't work on the larger time frames. And when these things fail, they tend to fail in a big way. This is a pattern which normally rallies into the close. It's normally positive when you start out low and rally all day, but it's not positive when you don't rally into the close, when you stop right at the resistance level and can't even hold on to any of the day's highs, including the first reaction high. Basically, we had a rally to resistance and gave back all the significant accomplishments of the day. This would all be invalidated if we were to gap over today's high. That is a tall order because you are, it's not the chart, because you are running into Fibonacci resistance at today's high, and because of this very significant break of the trend line. There's no new mejt target for tomorrow, but I think it's extremely unlikely that this is as low as we're going to go. And if we do not have a gap over today's high, which isn't impossible, but which would surprise me, I think we have substantially lower to travel on the downside, and I don't think we'll take too much longer to get there. And that is today's call.